Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we're back here with another career mode video as we head in to My Team Career Mode Season 2. Of course, we've got a little bit of a gap before we get into that for the end of the season, which finishes on December the 17th. As a result, there will be a season break on the 15th to carry us there. But before we get into Season 2, if you haven't watched the last video in this series, it was the season finale. In fact, we had quali, then 2 parts to the season finale, and of course those 2 parts being the pre-race and then the race action, and then afterwards the race analysis. So if you haven't watched those, go and check them out now before we spoil it, because it was a fantastic results for ourselves. A second win of the season from P4 on the grid, thanks to a haul of engine penalties for quite a few different drivers. We went over this in detail quite a bit last time, so I'm not going to dwell on it because we're heading towards the next season. But really great to get a good result in, because I mean, you look at what we had in the last 4 races: Hungary, Belgium, USA, and then Mexico. Mexico is the only one where we scored more than 1 point. Of course, with a P11 at Hungary, P10 at Belgium, and then a DNF on lap 9, I do believe it was, in the USA. We finished P6 in the Drivers' Championship. Really wasn't expecting that. Really surprising there. Bottas, though, the winner. Of course, his only non-podium finish in France. That was a P5. Every other race, he's been on the podium. He's had 3 wins, 3 second places, 3 third places, a fastest lap also mixed in there. He's been fantastic throughout the season. But I think the thing we've seen with the Mercedes is the reliability. No mechanical failures. Red Bull had 3 there, and that really cost them. I think that's an interesting thing with the engines. You'll have to wait and see later in the video whether we stay with Ferrari, you know. Of course, we've seen that Red Bull probably have the performance, but that Mercedes engine has had fantastic durability. And when we say that, you look at Lance Stroll, 3 mechanical failures in the first 5 races, so it really does depend. But it's a fantastic finish to the season. Of course, Mercedes taking the constructors from Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren, and ourselves P6 in the drivers, with Perez, of course, behind the Bottas in P2, Hamilton P3, Verstappen P4, and an outstanding season from Charles Leclerc, finished just 7 points off the Red Bull driver. Of course, Ricciardo behind us, then Norris, Sainz, and Gasly rounding out the top 10 in Season 1. But hopefully that will change a chunk. Of course, this should look very different next season. That's what we're certainly hoping for. Some good driver changes. In terms of the sponsorship, we are ready for another one. Of course, you've got plenty of these weekly goals. Let's have a little look through. Achieve the fastest lap. I mean, that's quite a difficult one. You want a good weekly income and a good goal bonus. Equinox there. Having a look through. Dear, there's a lot here. Loop. Pretty low there. 10 laps during practice. That certainly isn't that difficult. The goal bonus there. Top 4 finish during the race is quite difficult. Achieve and hold first position for 3 laps. Wow. Some of these are certainly quite difficult. Neon. Qualify P4 or better. I wouldn't trust us on that one. Polar. 10 laps during a race weekend. Wow, they've got expectations. Show more than the team directly above us in the performance comparison. Do we have Shark? We do have Shark at the moment. We don't need 2 from them. Slingshot. Oh, that's a risky one. There's a lot you're getting from that. 472. That's a pretty interesting one. Oh, what do we choose? I mean, I do quite like the idea of slingshot fuel, because I mean, you're getting twice as much as some of the easier ones that you could go for, maybe. I mean, qualify P4 or better. That is very, very difficult there. Very, very difficult. That's not too bad, that one. Equinox, easily gettable. I want something a bit different. Let's go for something a bit more difficult. We're going to go for slingshot fuel. We're going to have that on the car for next season. In terms of the vehicle, no need to worry about that. R&D will continue along. As you can see, we're still getting some upgrades in the powertrain. We no longer have any parts at risk. No real parts to spend, so we'll continue along
We're in a
to
position now where we're able
the
to attract a
8th.
new sponsor to the team. Head on over to the corporate tab and select the
Piece
sponsor screen
on
to choose who we should
Robert.
approach. We need your input on how to address an issue
Training
concerning that
regime,
driver.
daily fitness regime, that kind of thing. A bit of publicity would be good for them, but obviously time spent doing this is time away from personal development. So we can lose experience or gain acclaim. And I think acclaim's going to be pivotal for him to get a good team next season. Well, get a team next season, to be honest. But at the same time, experience, could be... That's going to give him the performance, and I don't want him to lose the experience. He's already got okay
I know
acclaim
these kind of decisions can be challenging,
compared
but I
to
think you made
those,
the right call.
like the younger, like Haas as Mick and Nikita. Cylinderhead goes through.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next
We certainly
Grand
have. You know what? Let's get some of these done. Forgot about these. Of course I did. Let's go for a bit of team acclaim there. Yeah, got to have a bit of team acclaim. That's fine. I know we've got a high cash balance, but thing is, at the moment, in terms of what we want to invest in, potentially in marketing. Now that could be pretty pivotal. In fact, we're going to invest in an activities management marketing. We also want to get another spec done on the chassis. That takes a big chunk, and we're saving up for a decent teammate here.
You're
So we'll
not
continue.
currently in a
Oh, we've
rivalry.
got a lot of R&D.
Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival.
Yeah, we already have we had a rival
Think
last
carefully
season.
who you
Just
select.
we did win that
That's
one.
why you will receive a claim
Cylinder
for
head
beating them,
is at
but
risk.
lose a claim if you fail to do
Might
so.
as well sort that out. Thank you, Jeff, for nattering a bit there. It was greatly appreciated. As you can see in the chassis department here, we've got a lot of upgrades that now require another spec. In aero, though, plenty of upgrades to continue along with. So by going so full on with the chassis, it has cost us a little bit. Reduce racecraft and get 10% off. That, I know we're going to lose it for next season, but I don't want to sabotage him.
Thanks for stepping in
It's
and
not
helping
that
handle
desperate.
that.
I feel like that's a little bit too tight. Anyway, we're going to get another bit of R&D, which is going to help us to go for another upgrade. I think we need to push on the chassis department. That's generally where we're losing to other teams, and that's where we need to get up there. We need a car that feels a lot nicer than it is at the moment. That is a major front downforce one. We don't really have enough of that, so we'll go for the redesigned brake ducts. That should increase that. Front downforce and rear downforce aren't going to be pivotal. We haven't got much front downforce, so we need to improve that a little bit. But the lovely season, Blake, and we've got the plank upgrade in. Contract renewals are coming on the 13th. Press interview on the 15th. It's all coming along here. This will be exciting, I have to say. A bit of aero team building, thank you. Yeah, we'll go with all that. Plenty of stuff to throw in there. Of course, the corporate, the contracts. Only 10 days left on his contract. I mean, we're not going to say it's terminated. He's had an okay finish to our first season. Just wish he could have maybe done a little bit more. As he says, they'll be ready for the next race weekend. Of course, as you can see, no more available in the chassis department. We need to get an upgrade on. So we're just going to have to save up a bit. Weekly resources coming soon. Oh, and an event. Acclaim minus cash. I mean, the logical thing here would be to say no. He's not going to be with us next season. Bit harsh, but we can't afford to make... Stop telling me that I got a high cash balance, mate. I know. We're saving up for a decent teammate. In fact, by the 13th, how much more money are we going to get? 1.32 million. And contract renewal time here. We can actually get second driver... We don't need that, actually. Right. In terms of R&D, we've got a bit more. However, I actually don't want to push on anything just yet. I want to get that front downforce upgrade for the aero done. So we're going to save up for a bit. We don't actually have enough money at the moment for this. We don't really need to increase fabrication. R&D generation, don't really want to do that at the moment. Quality control or build time, no. We can't afford an upgrade yet. It's going to be time to go to the driver market. Well, this is what we've all been waiting for. Our teammate, of course, being Robert Schwartzman. Only worth 4 million at the moment. You look at Mick Schumacher, of course, base salary at 5. Even Stroll, Latifi. What's the base salary of Sonoda? 4. Mazepin, 4. Of course, my teammate has got an acclaim level 11. So if we do go fish around someone else, it's likely that we'll see a chain reaction. And then the, let's say, a medium big team will then go and take someone slightly further down. They'll take someone slightly further down. That'll continue. And then the team at the bottom that is left without a driver probably would opt for Robert. His rating 73. That's better than Mazepin's. And that's also better than all of these F2 drivers. So certainly worth getting. His focus, granted, isn't fantastic. Hasn't been helped by us, but Lance Stroll certainly shouldn't really be in a fantastic seat next season. In terms of who we've got then, I mean, let's sort them in terms of market value. No, rating. Hamilton, Verstappen, not exactly what we're looking for at the moment. We can actually afford Max Verstappen, but 82 focus at the moment, not fantastic. Hamilton being 92 focus there. Fantastic focus to finish the season, last season, but certainly way too expensive. Overpriced in my opinion there, considering how he was outperformed by an on-point Valtteri Bottas, only at 13.5 million there, compared to his teammate Norris is at 10.5 million. That ain't too shabby either, is it there? Of course, for 91 rated, fantastic pace and race craft there. Carlos Sainz also 91 rated. He's got a bit more experience than Lando there. In fact, I do think we'll go back to market value. It does help a little bit. Charles Leclerc, though, the pace is actually a little bit off Lando. He just lacks a teeny bit there. But the focus and his pinpoint this season in terms of performance, Danny Rick, I'm not too bothered about. Seb Vettel, not really. Kimi's there. Don't really want to invest in him at the moment. Checo would be a good investment, really. Lacks the pace a bit. He's got the consistency, I feel. Ocon, Alonso, Giovinazzi, same as Alonso there. Alonso being a lot older, 99 experience. I mean, that would certainly help us, but I wouldn't mind a bit of Ocon, maybe. Sainz. Gasly, of course. 89 rated, only 9 million. That's pretty cheap. Don't really want to go too far down the order. Let's compare him to Schwartzman. We're going to go for Charles. Okay. He's rejected us. Right. Of course, we're fine on cash, marketing, team acclaim. On spec to aero. Because if you click back compare on him now, I don't even think we can approach him again. Oh. What do we do? That's a bit of a shame there. I wonder if you improved your facilities. I have no clue if you do this. Like, if you like get a facility upgrade in, is it possible? But it wouldn't be in time. A bit of a shame there. So no Charles Leclerc for season 2. That is a real shame there. Been fantastic this season, but he will remain at Ferrari. Now we have to think carefully, of course. Lando Norris, Pierre Gasly. Maybe Checo Perez. I'm tempted a bit, maybe by Lando. You know, he has got that rating. He's got a bit more pace than Charles. A bit more racecraft. Don't know whether he'd want us, though, after last season. This is a difficult one here. Of course, Russell, look at that. 9 million. He's 84 rated. Not too bad. There, he's got decent awareness, pace. There, actually, not too bad. The thing is lacking is really racecraft. Gasly's got it all there for a pretty cheap price. An absolute bargain. Similar for Carlos Sainz there. 91 rated. Very cheap. You know, we're pontificating a bit over this. I want Yuki Tsunoda on the team, but only a rate of 79. Certainly isn't where we're looking at the moment, despite the 82 focus. Love him on the team, but don't think it's going to be. So instead, I think we might approach Lando Norris here. I do also think that Pierre Gasly would be a good addition to the team. So you know what? I actually think that Pierre Gasly might be more beneficial for us in this season. He's a bit cheaper, but in terms of experience, 65. Norris is 65. Well, I've had a little bit more of a think about it. It is a very difficult one here because let's just can we like compare these two guys then? So Gasly 91 pace, Norris 93 pace. Gasly 88 awareness, Norris 89 awareness. Then we've got 92 racecraft versus 95 racecraft. 65 experience versus 65 experience. Norris is slightly better. At the same time, do you want Norris? Do you want Gasly? We're going to approach Lando. Oh, he's rejected us on aerodynamics and personnel. So stuff that. All that, like thinking of which one of the two drivers we want. That's it for those two. We're going to unwatch them for the moment. Of course, I'll rewatch whoever we want, like sort of thinking about for maybe the season after already. Or we might keep the driver we go for. Checo Perez is a bit tempting. But for some reason, I really do think that we could go with Tsunoda. I don't know that he's quite low on the ratings. I want someone who can fight me this season. So, at the moment, let's have a little refresh of the order. Lewis Hamilton, no. No, not really on Bottas. He's had a good season, but Verstappen is actually within reach. Let's approach him. Denied because of personnel and marketing. Thank you, Max, for that one. Right, so we've now been declined by Max Verstappen. In terms of looking further down the order, we've now been declined by 3 separate drivers. And we've got to choose one to go for now. And it's between Russell and Gasly and Sainz. But I think we'll go for Pierre Gasly. Come on. Okay. Not good enough in the durability for Pierre Gasly. So he is now rejected us too. I think this was always going to be the problem in terms of like not having the facilities for it. We're into the people on the 9 million, so we could have actually got another facility done. Definitely like which facility we'd go for is a good one. But we do need to get an upgrade on here. So technically now, because we're not going for anyone above 10, because it would be great if we could get Charles, but we can't, so it's a bit disappointing. Let's have a look at Checo Perez, Alonso there, Ocon, maybe Ocon. That wouldn't be too bad, would it? George Russell, Carlos Sainz, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Stroll, Schumacher's there. Look at Schumacher, 81 rated, 89 focus. It's not too bad there, is it, really? I wouldn't mind a bit of maybe Yuki Tsunoda. He's a wild card, isn't he? He's a wild card. Worth playing. And that's all. Okay. Okay. Look at the grin on his face now. And one other team is interested in him. This is a really, really difficult one for us because we can't... Oh, God. It is a difficult one because he isn't that like high up in terms of his ratings. But we're going to go for it. Scuderia AlphaTauri versus ourselves. Start the negotiation. Okay, AlphaTauri. Current highest offer at 402. 405. Okay, under consideration. 4.1. Gonna go 4.12. Alpha Tauri. Finalising deal. We've won! Yuki Tsunoda. We've got him 4.12 million. He's at the team. Yuki Tsunoda for Season 2. There we go. The next 10 race weekends it shall be with Yuki. 82 rated, 82 focus there. Yes, his pace isn't quite there. But our new teammate, and that should certainly help us. Actually, one thing we might want to improve on is the section here. Of course, in terms of the corporate, in terms of the contracts, we've now got Yuki Tsunoda. We're not going to have a look at that until the end of the season. We're going to continue on to the press interview. Actually, we do need to get an upgrade in. I think we'll go for chassis R&D generation. We're going to go for that. But there we go. We've signed our teammate. Now, let's go to the press interview.
I've got to say, an awful lot's changed since we were last here. Let's dive in with some questions. Big news for your team recently with that surprise cash injection from your sponsor. Will that provide the push you need to get ahead of the competition? A recent survey found that your staff have the highest employee satisfaction of all the F1 teams. That's quite the accolade. In your opinion, what makes you the best team to work for in Formula One? Sources inside your team have described the environment as a pressure cooker, with growing concerns about how much pressure your staff are under to hit deadlines. Care to comment? Let's talk about that article. Not a good look for you or for your team. Do you want to tell us your side of the story? We've been hearing rumours that your teammates struggling to cope with the workload at the moment. Is there a worry this could start to impact their performance? It's been wonderful to spend some time with you. Best of luck out on track.
Well, then, we have just had the little press interview there. And of course, now we can pretty much continue
Okay,
along.
we've had the new parts come through the fabrication
We
process.
have got them come
We'll have
through.
them with us for the next Grand Prix.
And that will boost us ahead of Alpha Tauri for the first time, I think, in the comparison, because I don't think we've been ahead of them at all, which is pretty nice. Finally, ahead of Alpha Tauri, hopefully we can make that stick, but we're going to finish the first season in My Team Career Mode. Well, for Season 2 of My Team Career Mode, we've got a couple of changes. Well, actually, a change going on with the calendar. Of course, we will start once again with Bahrain, round 2. Imola, round 3, will be Spain, as same as last season. Then, of course, we go to France P4. That's where we won our first race. Austria is the 5th track. And then in the second half of the calendar, Britain stays along with Hungary. Belgium, round 9, will be Mexico. Yes, we removed Kota, taking it out of the calendar. Wasn't a particularly enjoyable one for me. Didn't really go as well as I'd want it to do. And it's not just that. I think definitely we've got a better replacement for Kota. Sadly, the replacement I want has to come after Mexico. A little bit frustrating. Has to come after Mexico because you can't have it in whatever order, because I'd love Mexico's into the season finale, but it remains there on the calendar. That will be the 9th round of the season. And then we're going to finish off the season with some carnage. Yes, we're going to Saudi Arabia, Jeddah, for the season finale. It should create some action, should create some drama. What a way it's going to be to finish off a 10-track calendar, but that exactly the same, apart from the substitution, USA for Saudi Arabia, making Mexico round 9, and the Jeddah Street Circuit to finish off the season. Yes, we'll start the season under the floodlights, and we'll finish the season at the flag under the floodlights, but at a street circuit for the first time in the career mode, which will certainly spice some things up. Let's continue on to the rest of the stuff for the new season. Well, this is what we've all been waiting for. The lovely team design for next season. You can see we've changed the colours a bit, taking the green off the car now. Same lightning stripe design livery, but we've got mostly blue, a little bit of navy on there. I think it looks really, really nice. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Then a blue and black driver suit, and then of course you can see our badge up there, and the team colours have changed slightly. In terms of the team details, it's one of the interesting things. We are looking at the durability and performance. Both Ferrari and Mercedes now have 100 durability. However, performance-wise, Ferrari have 85, Honda 90, Mercedes 90. So out of all of them, Mercedes certainly looking the strongest in terms of the durability and performance. Honda not quite there with the durability, we saw that last season. But performance-wise, I mean, they're not that high. That's probably due to reg changes, and it's a bit of a difficult one. Do we stay loyal to Ferrari or head to Mercedes? But I think we're going to stay loyal to Ferrari. Might sound a bit ridiculous, but I can't bring myself to go to Mercedes. In terms of the ones we've got at the moment, we currently have Zen Dynamics. There are some more unlocked at this side, of course, Compass there. And look at the gold bonuses. The gold bonus for Zen Dynamics being 10 million. They're nearly 11, actually. The ones along here, you're looking at 14 million. In terms of weekly income, 760k. And Zen Dynamics isn't that bad on the weekly income. In terms of the signing bonus, that's not pivotal. We've actually got loads of money after the end of the season. We can throw that into facilities heading into this season. We've got a massive push into facilities. That's got to be the plan for us. And but of course, Quest, their 100 Constructors Championship points, probably reach that, but bit of a difficult one. I mean, DSB Optics, quite like that. Maybe Duotone, 11.5 million on the Go bonus, but I do like Xenodynamics, but I think we want to change in terms of it. DSB Optics, you know, you have got that 760k weekly income, 14.28 for third or better in the Constructors. That will be difficult, but it might not be that possible though at the same time. We don't know how Yuki's going to perform. Hopefully he performs well, but we don't know how Yuki's going to perform. Even if we throw everything at him, like plenty of personnel upgrades, I don't even know if he's still going to get there. So it's going to take a lot to get Yuki to be able to compete. So it is a difficult one to know whether we'll be able to go for that. But the weekly income is pretty nice there with the 760k. And I think that's the thing that's drawing us towards it. Unfortunately, the gold bonus, though, might not be achievable. And as a result, we're sort of comparing some of these guys with the others. I think that's way easy for that. That's just too easy there. I want a teeny bit of a challenge with it. Duotone, of course, achieve 5-point finishes during the season. That's not too difficult, but we are, I think, DSB Optics, though. Wonder if they'll sell me some glasses. Already got some. Don't need any more glasses, but totally random there. Might get free glasses. But actually, you're getting more on your weekly income, more on the gold bonus. We're going to take a risk and go for DSB Optics for this season. Let's just see how it looks on the car. Do show me. Like, some reason it doesn't actually look as clean as I thought it might do. I'm now deciding whether it looks nice on the car or not. At the same time, Duotone is definitely looking a little bit better in terms of that chance for us. We're definitely going to get 5-point finishes during the season. That's like extremely likely. The weekly income, though, is a little bit off there. So it is a bit of a difficult one because the weekly income is a bit low. We certainly want to be getting quite high with it, and that isn't really getting very high with the weekly income. We're getting there with the gold bonus, but not with the weekly income. It is certainly a difficult one there because DSB Optics doesn't look that fantastic on a car. And let's discard the changes. If you do look at it, it is very, what do you say, stretched out. But I think we're going to be sponsored by DSB Optics. I might not put it on the side pod there. I might move it around a bit. We're going to go with that for this season. That's the livery. I think it looks fantastic. Let's move on to Season 2. Well, one of the most frustrating things I think I find about this is definitely always really in terms of how we've now got, as you can see up there, your 36.19 million. It is infuriating. It really is. They give you that after the contract stuff. It could have been before. We're not going to actually spend too long over there. just yet. I'm going to leave that for later in the video. What have we got then? So, powertrain, 6 out of 23. You see, this is a bit glitched. We're not known. You can see, because of the team, the supplier upgrades were not that fantastic. Aston Martin really up there. How's the R&D order looking? Okay, we've slipped back behind Alpha Tauri. Red Bull and Mercedes. Mercedes back up there. Bit similar to last season in terms of that. What can we upgrade on? Let's splash a bit of cash here. Second driver's racecraft awareness and focus. Analysis suite. Improve their experience. That's going to be important. Simulator's pace is going to be important. We're going to go a bit on the fitness center, I think, there. That's pretty cheap. Chassis department, look at that. Lovely new chassis department there. Working on the new car. Aero is going to be important. I actually think we'll get another one going here. Definitely. Probably reduce build time. We need to get a lot of these upgrades in. We've got a lot of money at the moment, so we can certainly splash some cash as it stands. Look at some of these. Gain 1 million cash. You can. These events are massive. Now we've got into season 2. 1,000 R&D points, 1,000 driver acclaim, 1,000 resource points there, another 1,000 resource points. It's pretty insane. Definitely where we want to be focusing is those two departments. Shame there ain't any more time before Bahrain, but oh man, there's a lot of stuff you can fit in for this season. There we go. Right, so in terms of other upgrades, we do want to get some other upgrades. We're going to chassis there. How are we looking at personnel? Powertrain department. Probably maybe go with one of these upgrades, or don't really need a fabrication upgrade. Probably gonna want a build time upgrade there. Focus on that. Durability department isn't our focus at the moment. We're not too bothered about that. Activities management there. I think we got that upgrade in. That's certainly an important upgrade to get in from the activities. That's really helped us there. Increase your team acclaim, add an accelerator rate. Also, that's also an important one, that one. Of course, you know, you want to increase your team acclaim, you will get a lot more stuff. But definitely activities helping us at the moment. Not too much more to focus on there. I think we'll head forward a bit.
Our new parts have completed without issue.
A chassis event. Lose R&D, gain morale. Well, that's totally useless because we can't do anything about it. So a bit of a shame there.
Morning.
Then we get some
Looks
more
like a department has just completed a facility upgrade.
stuff there.
Details have been sent to your inbox.
They certainly would have completed some upgrades hopefully for us. So, chassis durability. How at the bottom, as you can see on the durability, massive on there. Durability is going to be high for this season. We're at the bottom of the pack. Not really important for us this season to be there. And now the upgrades come in for these ones. 2 majors, lightweight rear wings, or the fuel tank positioning. One thing I think we need to focus on first, though, is these wing flaps in the aero. That's something pivotal. Won't be in for the Bahrain GP, but we'll certainly be able to get those upgrades in. Another simulator upgrade, maybe. Let me just check. When is the sort of contract for my teammate Sonoda? 89 rated now, you see? We're getting him up a bit. The pace plus 10, awareness plus 12, racecraft plus 10, experience plus 7. This was the idea. We get a decent teammate and we're going to boost him here. That's the target, and it is starting to work here. The 13th of December, so we're actually doing all right there. An analysis suite, only 1,000. That increases experience. Well, actually, if we go on to our teammate driver perks, some of these are going to be important. Social media team. Power mapping, that reduced engine wear, we might go for a bit of that. And development feedback, income boosted by 10%. I don't know what to do with all this money, you know. So much money to be given. Now,
Good news to share.
the car
They've just finished working on a facility upgrade.
reveal time. Let's have a look at this. Well, look at that. What a lovely livery there for the season. Certainly loving that livery as we head towards Bahrain, and the team, as I was saying, looking fantastic at the moment. We're going to get more R&D soon and so on. We need to focus on that. We've got a lot of money, as I was saying. We could spend it maybe a bit on aero again. Another fabrication. We need to push on that, really, don't we? And a Spec 2 on aero would be quite helpful at the moment. Just sort of thinking of saving some, you know, later in the season when we need a lot. One thing, as I was saying, though, is that we do want to focus on is the personnel. And it sounds ridiculous, but I think that's important. And another upgrade on the simulator should boost us up there. I don't know when that won't be in for the Bahrain GP, but we're not looking too bad.
We need your input here. It's not an easy choice, I know.
Increase so be 50% off. Lose driver focus. Increase driver focus at 10% off.
Thanks.
It's got to be
Appreciate
driver.
you taking the time to help out.
You can probably see by now that we're really boosting my teammate. We want to be close with AlphaTauri. I have to say, McLaren ahead of Ferrari. They're taking some strides forward for this season. Great to see there. In terms of that durability upgrade is reduced a little bit. Not enough. So a little bit annoying. We're going to be a bit further back than I wanted to be before the Bahrain GP. Of course, we have now got a few more R&D. We're not going to have enough. But now we get more. 1,525. We've got to focus on upgrades now for the upcoming GPs. We're not looking too bad in that department, so definitely want to focus on the likes of chassis and of course aero, fuel tank positioning. Oh, that's a good upgrade. Or lightweight rear rims for weight reduction. So it's rate reduction or weight redistribution. Think we'll go with weight reduction. That will be in for the Imola GP. And as you can see, we're going on 2 chunky upgrades. That should get us back ahead of AlphaTauri. And there we go. We have made it. It is time to have a look at which drivers are with which teams. Because AlphaTauri are going to have to have employed another driver. You can see there where the teams have gone. We've pretty much stayed flat. Mercedes have shot up. Ferrari have dived down. Williams are right back up there. Bahrain have gone down. Not Bahrain. Haas have gone down a bit, heading towards Bahrain. So our teammate up to 89 rated now. 80 pace plus 10. 80 awareness plus 12. 82 racecraft plus 10. 57 experience. That's added 7 onto it. 88 focus at the moment. Now that is tasty. We're going to have a look at the driver market then. Order it. In terms of teams, and our teammate is Yuki Tsunoda for this season. Then Ferrari continue along with the pairing of Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. 96 focus for the man we were trying to get. That's Charles there. Carlos with 89 focus. Those two very focused for the upcoming season. They are going to be a force to be reckoned with. Haas continue along with Nikita Mazepin and Mick Schumacher. Despite Mazepin's low rating, 88 focus, 91 focus. They're looking great for this season. Certainly going to struggle with that car though. Danny Rick, 87 focus. Looking good on his rating now up to 90. His teammate alongside, 91 Raider Norris, 95 focus. He's going to really be flying this weekend. Of course, this Bahrain race weekend and on throughout the season. He's looking very strong. And so is Lewis Hamilton. They're 94 rated, 95 focus. His teammate, though, Bottas sky high with the ratings in terms of his focus, 98. Ratings, 90. Still looking the stronger of the duo. No changes so far. I hope we get some. Max, well, we definitely will. But Max Verstappen, 94 rated. Look at that. 88 focus though, not that fantastic. Maybe feeling a bit dejected after 2 mechanicals towards the end of the season. Last season, struggling a bit on focus. Checo Perez doesn't. 94 focus, 88 rated. No poor focus yet, and George Russell joins them with 91 focus and 85 rating. Latifi, 75 rating, still a good focus. I definitely think that it is going to be Red Bull versus Mercedes again. McLaren and Ferrari is going to be a very close fight this season. Then, Dan Ticktum, free agent, as we know. Got to scroll down a bit. to reach the supposed teams. Oh, right, okay. So we've got to go to the top to reach them. Here we go. We go upwards. And the first change of the season. Aston Martin have signed Robert Schwartzman. Really, really interesting there. Aston Martin have signed our old teammate. Still got an okay rating and focus there. Think he'll struggle a little bit. But of course, wow, very interesting as we come towards the end of the video here with the driver changes. I mean, wasn't expecting to see him go to Aston Martin. That's surprising. Which means that potentially there's like Stroll gone to Alpha Tauri, but Schwartzman to Aston Martin. Okay, I'm glad he's got a place. 76 focus, quite low compared to everyone else there, but bit of a surprise. Ocon at Alpine as it stands. Okay, staying there, 84 rated, 91 focus. He's looking strong for next season. Alpine certainly struggled last season. They'll be looking for something good, and he's joined by Fernando Alonso. Then we continue up the order. Pierre Gasly remains at AlphaTauri, as you'd expect. Lower focus, but still a very good rating. He'll be good next season. Lance Stroll has gone to AlphaTauri. Now that is pretty shocking. He's upped his focus to 69. Doesn't look very happy there. 83 rated. Lance Stroll has gone to AlphaTauri. So what has happened there? We have gone to AlphaTauri. We've taken Tsunoda. AlphaTauri have taken Stroll as a replacement. Aston Martin have taken Schwartzman as a replacement. And despite the rating, I'd probably rather have Schwartzman than Stroll, really. Next season, Giovinazzi sits at Alfa Romeo as it stands. So Alfa Romeo have Antonio Giovinazzi for next season. As we'd expect, he's actually 82 rated, not too shabby there, going up a little bit. 84 focus, your driver changes so far. Stroll to AlphaTauri, Schwartzman to Aston Martin, and my teammate Yuki to ourselves. Now, where is Kimi and Seb? They don't seem to be on here. Only one of them for there. If we go to the standings, what do we have? Seb Vettel yet remains at Aston Martin. Meanwhile, Kimi Raikkonen remains at Alpine. So those two haven't retired. There we go. A little bit of a glitch, I feel, in the corporate driver market there. But there you have it. In terms of looking at your ratings, they're looking pretty strong in terms of different teams here. It's going to be a very, very good season because Mercedes, Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari with fantastic drivers, fantastic focus, which is going to be pivotal. As I said, surprising to see Lance Stroll to AlphaTauri. And, of course, then we've got Yuki Tsunoda there, rated 89. Now that is pretty tasty. And, of course, Robert Schwartzman to Aston Martin. Those are your changes ahead of Season 1 in my team career mode. We've got quite a lot of money left in it. We'll get the analysis suite in, actually. I think that will also be quite helpful for us. Just ploughing in on the upgrades. And then we'll save for when we sort of want to get an upgrade on the departments for a little bit. But there we have it. That is it for today's video. The lovely new livery, a new teammate, Yuki Tsunoda. It's all set up perfectly for my team career mode, Season 2. I mean, really, was the plan to get Tsunoda? He was always a sort of a backseat one. You know, if we couldn't get anyone that I really wanted to get, you know, we'll get him. We'll go for him. We've gone for him. And, you know, you can see here, there he is. We've upped him to 89 rated. He's going to be a force this season. I'm not kidding. You look at Charles Leclerc's only 89 rated. Gasly, because we've upped him with this fabulous personnel department we are upgrading, he's going to be strong. But that is it for today's video. Next time, probably, of course, if you guys have enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. But I'll catch you sometime soon when we go into my team career mode Season 2 Bahrain GP qualifying. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys very soon.